Good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to use HS Replay and teach you how you can use this tool to find meta breakers at any given point in a Hearthstone season. So, we're here on the site HS Replay. It is one of many Hearthstone tools. I tend to like this a lot. I have the premium version, and obviously, this is a premium feature. But if you go to something like decks, you'll be able to see a bunch of deck lists that are popular or have high win rates, and you'll be able to see how much they cost, or if you can even build them currently, how long their games run, as well as pick different types of things. You can look at rank wild, last 7 days. You can sort through a different rank filter. But for today, I want to show you how you can really pinpoint and identify what the meta really truly is and how you can find a deck that's playable in it to succeed. Right now, in the current meta, we're like days before supposedly a 30 card nerf slash buff type of patch. But assuming that the patch weren't to hit, I want to show you what the meta looks like and how we can kind of deal with it and what kind of information we can parse from it. Now, if you ask Zeddy or anyone online, the meta is in a horrible space where only two decks exist, and those decks are Nature Shaman and Zarimi Priest. And truth be told, that is clearly not the case, because as you can see through here, from the ranks of Diamond through Legend, there are quite a few classes represented within the top 10. We have Spell Token Hunter, we have Zarimi Priest, and these decks are overwhelmingly strong, right? And then close behind, we have all three variants of Warlock and Ziliax Rogue, Rainbow Death Knight, and then finally we get Nature Shaman, which a lot of people complain about. Here we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 classes, or I'm sorry, 8 spots, representative of 5 classes. Okay, so we're taking our 6 classes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 classes. So we're looking at 50% of the classes represented within the top 8. So we're missing Warrior, Mage, Paladin, Demon Hunter, and Druid, right? So does that mean those classes are not playable? Of course not. All right. And so if we're going to go here to by class, and we can get in a representation of like what decks archetypes exist in each of these different classes and how popular they are, right? Now I don't want to get stuck on this page too much because there's one more page that I want to look to, which will really throw out the information. But let's just look for green here, okay? 52%, okay? RDK. Shopper Demon Hunter, 50%. Druid in a bad spot. Mage in a bad spot. These classes could use buffs. Hunter, 57%, 10% popularity on this archetype, right? Pretty awesome. Great spot for Hunter. Paladin, 54%, 50%, two playable archetypes with a popularity of 2%. Okay? This class, I've never seen it play. I'm the only one who plays this. Zarimi Priest, 55%, 5% popularity. Not that popular. Ziliax Rogue, 2% popularity, 52%. Nature Shaman, 51%, 4% popularity. Not that popular. And then we have Weird Warlock, which is like crazy, right? This is 10%, this is like 16%. And then you need 20% in the meta Warlock. Okay? And then we have Warrior. Looking through this, the biggest outliers are Druid and Mage, which are just underrepresented, and those classes could use buffs. Now, if we go to matchups, and we look here, we see from Diamond through Legend, we see this graph. And this graph is a matchup graph, right? It just shows you if Plague Death Knight were to challenge Highlander Warrior, it has a 70% chance of winning the matchup. Now, this is organized by popularity, okay? So from Diamond through Legend, Plague Death Knight and Highlander Warrior are the most popular classes across that spread. This is not how you should look at this graph, okay? This is good if you want to just see what people are playing. Like maybe you have a maybe the popularity is something like 20%, right? And if a class has like a 20% representation, 1 in every 5 games, that might be a suggestion where you might want to play like a certain counter deck, right? But in this case, no. So I'm gonna go here to effective win rate. And what effective win rate basically is, it's the win rate across all archetypes related relative to the percentage its popularity, to a deck's popularity. Now, if I sort it like this, look who's up top. Spell Hunter, Zarimi, Priest, and Pain Warlock. Those are the 3 decks, by the way, that you see right here on the top. Spell Hunter, Zarimi, Priest, and Pain Warlock. So it's no surprise. It's no surprise to see these 3 here. And look at that win rate, 57%, 55%, correct? Which is close to what this tier list win rate shows us. Now, look at what's number 4. 54% win rate, Flood Paladin. This deck that has less than half a percentage of popularity is the 4th best deck in the format through Diamond through Legend ranks. I would say that's relatively telling. Look right here, 65% win rate against the deck that's the best deck in the format. 65% against a deck that has a 57% effective win rate. 64% against the next best deck, and 66% against the 3rd best deck. Against the 3 best decks in the format, with a combined popularity of over 20%, Flood Paladin is overwhelmingly favored. And this is played by less than 0.5% of the entire population of people from Diamond through Legend. This is ignorance. Okay? And I think this stems from this issue where a lot of players don't look at information like this, and instead we wait for somebody like Zeddy or Fino or Vicious Syndicate to provide us with the solution, because we don't know how to help ourselves find it. Okay? And I'm telling you, the info is right there. Now, the reason why this deck is not more than 54% is because it struggles against Wheel Warlock. Wheel Warlock has Table Flip, a lot of removal, Defile, and it also struggles against RDK, Rainbow Death Knight. Rainbow Death Knight has a lot of tools to fight for the board effectively. So this is where this deck struggles. But it's so good against nearly all of the field. Like, it is just really good. Other decks exist too, right? We see the 2 Warlocks. We see Ziliax Rogue. Now, Ziliax Rogue is in a tough spot because it cannot deal with the 2 best decks in the format. But all these decks, 50% and up, these are playable. These are legit playable. So as a player, I would first go to this, look at the effective win rate. Can I first play the best deck in the format? Spell Token Hunter, sure. Do I like to play the best deck in the format? Yes. If so, I'm going to play the best deck with the effective win rate. Now, maybe I don't like to play the best deck in the format. Or maybe I don't like the mirror. Or for whatever reason, the best deck is just so saturated. So what do I play if I don't play the best deck? I play the deck that beats it. Okay? So you look on the chart here, and you play Flood Paladin. Okay? Now, if Flood Paladin lost to everything else that was popular, maybe you wouldn't play it. But it has an effective win rate of 54%. You're winning. You definitely play this. Is the meta bad? No. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 classes at 51% or better. Like, yeah, I don't know what to say, guys. There's a lot of decks to play. Am I saying that Flood Paladin is the best deck in the game? No. Spell Token is probably the best deck in the game. Now, this changes. At Legend, this will change a bit, right? Let's put it at Legend. Okay, yeah. Here at Legend, Pain Warlock and Will Warlock, they step up here. Does this change the matchup spread for Flood Paladin? No. Still beats the 3 best decks easily. You know, now maybe you're looking at Will Warlock to play. You know, I don't know. These are all good deck choices. There's nothing wrong with picking any of these decks. So many things playable. We as players can't just be complaining all the time. There are solutions to these problems. Spell Token Hunter, it is not undefeatable. Zarimi Priest, it is not undefeatable. Does it suck to lose to Zarimi? Of course it does. It sucks to lose. But it's not the end all be all. I feel like there's this belief that any deck piloted at the perfect style should beat every other deck. And look, that's just not the reality. Okay? There has to be some kind of rock, paper, scissors format or whatever. And there is, and it's healthy. Okay? You can't have a deck that just beats everything if piloted perfectly. That is not healthy. Anyway, I hope you found this information helpful. If you want to know the three decks that I would suggest to play in this current meta, then definitely check this video over here in the corner. You won't be surprised to find out what options I suggest.